Hello and welcome back to Sonny Talk Spurs, and today, I'm in a good mood now because we're talking about Tottenham's 5-2 win over Burnley away from home in the Premier League. And before I get into this one, if you're new on the channel, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for every time I go live. Now, let's get into it. And I'm in a jubilant mood because obviously yesterday we beat Burnley, as I say, by 5-2 away from home. And there's no better feeling. There is no better feeling. And the reason I didn't actually upload yesterday is because I was at Stamford Bridge with my good friend Zach Jalab, and we were watching Chelsea lose there to Nottingham Forest. So it was a little bit of the old double whammy because a Spurs win and a Chelsea loss under Poch. It can't get more sweeter than that. Hence why this video is a day late. But let's talk about the Tottenham game. And where can I begin? Let's start with some key stats. Obviously, Tottenham dominated the ball once again. Obviously, having a lot of that attacking football. With Burnley as well, they also want to play that front foot way under Vincent Kompany. Have changed since the days of Sean Dyche. But when I actually look at the possession, 54 to 46%. So it is quite close. But Tottenham still had the majority of the play, you could say. But when it comes to shots, it's an interesting story. Burnley had 16, we had 20. But shots on target, Burnley had 4, we had 10. So we are becoming more potent, I would say, with our attacking football. We're creating a lot more chances. But luckily, if you think about it, 20 shots, 10 on target, 5 goals. It all makes sense when you think about it. It's very, very good repayment for all that attacking football. And on that attacking football, what a medley of footballing splendour, as Rory Jennings would say. Absolutely fantastic. Honestly, went 1-0 down. And I feel like under Ange's Tottenham, sometimes when you go 1-0 down, unless it's Fulham in the Cup, you are quite hopeful that you're not out of the game. Unlike the days of Conte where you'd go a goal down or 2 down and we'd somehow maybe pull off a miracle. But you'd always be sitting there going, I'm not sure about this one. Whereas with Ange's Spurs, there is that possibility of some magic and you know that you're going to have chances. Like, sometimes it's good to go maybe a 1 goal down because it might wake us up a little bit. Similar to Conte, but we're just going to have so much of the ball and so much of an attacking presence. We're just gonna keep knocking that door down. And a team like Burnley, who a lot of people were touting as quite, they're not favourites to stay up, but of the promoted teams that we're gonna have maybe a better go at it. They've not started the season well at all, and it's very interesting considering that Vincent Kompany was an option for the Tottenham job, but seems like we've gone for the right man. So that was quite promising. But now into the game itself. Some absolutely beautiful goals being scored. Son with a hat-trick. What a guy. What a guy. He's taken that captain's armband, and this is the game he needed. This is the game he really needed because obviously we lined up a bit different in this one. Son was obviously played through the middle with Maddison just behind him and Kulusevski and Solomon flanking him in this one. And obviously Richarlison was dropped. That was the key headline from the starting lineup. And awkwardly for Richarlison, this might have worked, like playing Son through the middle. Obviously, Son, we all know, great Tottenham player, probably a Spurs legend now, following Harry Kane's departure as well. He is now one of the talisman of the team along with Maddison. And obviously last season we know of his troubles. Season before he got the golden boot and was phenomenal. Last season he struggled. And many people when they were saying about that were saying he's lost a bit of his pace, like, a yard or whatever. But playing him through the middle means maybe we don't have to rely on his lack of pace now, especially with Brennan Johnson coming into the team. There are options and alternatives for Son, and playing through the middle might be that. And you see today, some of his finishing, he was like rolling back the years. The cheeky dink was sublime, and the other two were just perfectly, like those Son finesse shot finishes, and he's amazing. I just think, in the absence of Kane, he is really turning up. And what was quite interesting as well is our other 2 goals came from both the vice captains. So all the senior leadership team, or whatever you want to call it, all chipped in. Romero's goal was an absolute rocket, just a sublime finish. What I like about Ange's team when they attack is the second and third balls. People are on it and willing to take some risks, and that's what I want to see. And Maddison. James Maddison. What a guy. Honestly, he is... just words can't... He is the signing of the summer. I'm sorry. He is the signing of the summer. He's hit the ground running. 2 goals already in a Spurs shirt. He's just absolutely brilliant. What a player he is. And, this is the perfect performance, bouncing back from that midweek heartache. And it just goes to show that our starting lineup and our first team is we just don't need injuries. AFCON is going to be worrying with Basuma and Sarr. But at the moment, very happy with this result. Very happy with this performance. Burnley, obviously got one back late as well. But, we just seem to dictate the play in the middle of the park. And it's just very positive times at Tottenham with the attacking outlet and attacking football. Obviously, a lot of people were quite critical of our transfer window. It was, some people said the moves were good, but, with Harry Kane departure, maybe we could have done a bit more. But I think you add Brennan Johnson to that team, and I bumped into some Nottingham Forest fans on the way back from Chelsea, and they were like, "You've got a special talent there. You've really got someone who could be a great asset to your team." But if you think about it, a player like Brennan Johnson coming to that team offers options. But even today, Solomon chipped in with a couple of assists. That was really good to see. Good interchange with Son. Kulusevski seemed a lot better as well. Obviously, I've said about Maddison. Porro with an absolute divine pass for Son's hat-trick goal. It seems like it's just clicking and ticking. And Vicario, obviously, I know he let 2 in, but pulled off a key save at a key moment in the game. So, just very good times to be a Spurs fan. Like, we are going in the right direction under Ange. Good attacking football. It's going to get tricky. We're going to get harder fixtures than this. But, can't really fault the boys today. Thought it was really good, and I'm very happy with that result. And when I said today, I meant yesterday, as this is going out, obviously, on the Sunday. So you get what I mean. But, yeah, let me know in the comments down below, what did you make of the result? Who was your man of the match? I think it's clear who it was. But just let me know all your thoughts about the game in the comments down below. And as I said at the top end of the video, if you are new around here, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell, as I'm very, very close to 1,000 subscribers, and I'd love you to join me on this Tottenham Hotspur journey, because as I keep saying, it's going to be a roller coaster. It's not all going to be highs. It's going to just do that and do that all season, as we saw midweek. And I've been Sonny Talk Spurs, and I'll see you again on the next one, and ciao.